Hi guys, this is Tim from Our Life of Pixels, and today we're going to be talking about a small indie game that you probably haven't heard of because we hadn't heard of it until it popped up in our discovery queues the other day. It's from a small student team from Isart Digital Academy that did a phenomenal job. It's a small Souls-like game. It's called Bloodspear. I almost said Darkspear. It's called Bloodspear. So I called it a Souls-like, and it kind of is, but it's mostly not. It's a Souls-like in the way that it kind of builds the world. Also, phenomenal voice actress. I'm just going to shut up and let you listen.
Approach. Come closer. Lights from distant kingdoms. Feed me your blood. Release me.
So the music, the visual style, the world building, the way that it does its storytelling is very Dark Souls. Visually, like I said, that art style is very Dark Souls-like, but it doesn't play like a Dark Souls. And once you kind of start playing the game, you figure that out. Functionally and mechanically, nothing in common. It has instead of an Estus flask that you refill at a bonfire, you absorb the blood of your enemies, as you see here, in order to heal. You actually lose health over time, so you have to constantly be healing yourself from killing enemies. So that's a pretty unique and cool mechanic that it's almost like a timer. You have to get so many kills within a certain amount of time, or you will lose health. The world's not big enough to really take advantage of this, but the way that you pass from area to area, or I perceive you would pass from area to area, is really cool. The way that you open doors like this that will lock themselves shut is pretty unique. It's like a little turret that you have to destroy, but it's an eyeball floaty turret thing. Those things will pop up later too as more detached from wall type creatures. The death mechanic is unique. You can see the text is like straight up Dark Souls, like instead of saying you died, those is blood link severed, because you're not the knight. You are not the character you see on screen. You are the spear, which is kind of cool, and also, as far as I'm aware, fairly unique. There's not a lot of games where you're playing as a spear that possesses the spirit of undead knights in order to achieve its goals. Like, that's kind of cool. The sound they used for the respawn does make me think of Skyrim. Maybe that's just because I have Skyrim on the brain. But the other kind of unique mechanical thing that it has is you can see you can implant the spears into things like enemies, enemy shields, and it allows you to destroy enemy shields when you do the little shatter attack, which at first I thought was melee, and then I figured out that, oh no, like you can use that as melee in certain scenarios, but it's really more to make your spears explode to destroy things. So that's a really cool mechanic. It also does have a boss fight. It's a very short demo. It has one boss fight. The game took me about 45 minutes to complete. There was probably about 15 minutes where I was dealing with my kids instead. That, yeah, kind of threw things off a bit. And it's all kind of building up to this boss fight that you perceive is going to be this super hard Souls-like boss fight. And it kind of is, but what you discover as you go through this boss fight is that it happens in stages. The stages are, at first, not super obvious. It's a little bit of trial and error. Once you figure it out, it's not that bad. For like this first phase, you have to destroy these. And I am going to kind of spoil it because this is not clearly explained at all. And if you do want to play it and want kind of a guide and how-to on how to beat that as well, you'll figure it out on your own, but it's also something that's not super obvious the first time you do it, and it can be a bit frustrating because the boss can kill you pretty quickly. This was actually not like my first run or anything. There are spirits in the room that you can use to respawn, and that's kind of like your lives mechanic for this boss fight. I actually had to walk away from the game for a little bit to go do something else, so after this I'd quit out, and when I come back, I actually decided that due to how precise you have to be with a lot of this stuff, it was better to just play mouse and keyboard. So I quit, and I decided that instead of bashing my head against the wall, I was gonna come back and just use a mouse and keyboard for that precision, and that was a great decision, because honestly, after I decided that this game was less Dark Souls and more third-person shooter, that was when I kind of was able to just kind of run through it. Like, I had to look up the controls for mouse and keyboard because I had been playing controller. And once I did it, it just made way more sense. It didn't feel as clunky anymore, which it's kind of a shame that it ever felt clunky, because it has a lot of potential. This is a student project made in the Unreal Engine. What can you expect? But it's really well done for that. Yeah, and once I was able to kind of get through this boss fight, it was really a satisfying experience. So, anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching. Thanks for taking the time, checking us out. I do hope that you'll check this game out as well. It's free to play. It's on Steam. There's not really a reason not to try it out. It is an Unreal Engine. I don't know how demanding it is. I would imagine you need at least a half-decent graphics card to run this. I don't think you're going to be able to run it on an IGP or anything like that. IGP, Integrated Graphics Processing Card, is what I meant when I said that. We'll just cut that out. Anyway, I don't think you're going to need like a Super Beastly card to run this, but you probably need something half-decent. Kudos to this team. I hope that they got an A on their project and that they run with this, because this is really cool. I don't know if this is like a group of friends that made this for a school project, or if this was like just a team that was assigned to work together. I'm not sure. Either way, I hope that they all have successful careers and that they're able to, whoever's idea this is, I hope they're able to further elaborate on it and kind of fully flesh something out, because there are some mechanics here that are unique and it's really cool, and I really enjoyed it. So thanks for making it. Thank you for taking the time and watching this short review of a small indie game that you've probably never heard of. You know, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Souls-like genre in general? Like, do we need more Souls-like games? I'm personally looking for ways to kind of fill out my time until Elden Ring gets here. I've even been playing Dark Souls Remastered quite a bit lately, so, but we want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. Thank you guys for taking the time. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, check us out on YouTube, on Twitch. We do stream there a couple times a week usually. For every Friday, we do a live show where we do our podcast. Every third Friday of the month, we just play games, but for most of the month, we're usually doing a live podcast on Friday, which you can also listen back to on YouTube if you'd like, or check us out on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We have been uploading content very regularly, so hope you'll check us out on YouTube. Check out the Facebook as well. Follow us on Twitter. All that good stuff, you know. Saying shameless plugs for our own channel aren't really shameless. Any hoozy. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for your time. Have a good day, and see you soon. That was an incoherent mess. Ugh.